Hello, welcome back to another episode of Initial Impressions. My name is Kayli Pommering and I'll be your host today. This is a podcast dedicated to helping you feel more at peace, combating any emotional blockages, becoming the best version of yourself, and developing habits that will really help you level up in your life. And so this week's episode is going to be about morning routines. The way you start off your day makes such an impact on the way that you feel, how productive you are, what you're able to accomplish, what you're able to attract, what you're a match to energetically. There is something so powerful about setting up your energy before you interact with anyone else. And so I'm going to be sharing a few things that you could add to your morning routine. Maybe some of them won't feel aligned for you. Maybe some of them you'll be more interested in than others. You don't have to do all of these things. Take what you want, leave the rest. Experiment with it. I love experimenting with different things. You can try it for, a week or 2 weeks and see how you feel when you're doing it. If you're loving it, keep it up. If not, no harm done. You tried something new, and that's more than a lot of people can say that they're doing to improve their lives and the way that they feel. So, a couple of things that I do in my morning routine. I'm also going to share some things that I am working on incorporating into my routine. The first thing that I do when I wake up, right off the bat, before I even get out of bed, is meditate. That's probably the biggest recommendation I give, incessantly. You guys are probably tired of hearing me say it, but if you still haven't tried it, you gotta try it, because I'm telling you, there's something to it, all right? There's something about taking a moment to center yourself, especially first thing in the morning, before anyone else has interrupted you, before you've looked at your phone. Maybe you snooze your alarm or you turn off your alarm, but then you don't look at your texts. I sleep with my phone on D&D. Don't look at anything. Don't give anyone else the opportunity to insert their energy upon you when you just woke up. This is your sacred time for you to decide how you want to feel, to decide who you want to be, to create this space in the morning where you get to feel exactly how you want to feel and focus on what you want to focus on. And so these precious few moments when you first wake up are so impressionable on you. Can you think of a time where you've woken up and you have looked at something on your phone and seen bad news? Where you've got out of bed and tripped over something, where something has happened in the morning that threw off your vibe. How long sometimes does that negative energy stick? Sometimes I feel like let's say if my alarm went off late and I'm rushing out the door and I trip, and then something else stupid happens and I forget my lunch on the way to work and I'm just fuck, dude, it's kind of killing my vibe right now. It just kind of throws you off. You're not feeling like your best self. You're feeling irritable and moody. And then other responsibilities that you know that you have are coming in front of you. And you're just not feeling it. You know what I mean? Really just not feeling it. And meditation for me is one of these quick ways that I just slow down my morning, where I'm just tell the rest of the world to pause for a minute. This is time for me. This is time for me to stabilize myself, for me to choose how I want to feel. And even if that is only for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes of just being aware of your breath, of not thinking maybe, or maybe visualizing your dream life, maybe listening to soft music that's relaxing for you, maybe listening to a guided meditation. When you go to this place of neutrality, it is so easy to just feel peace right when you wake up. It's one of the easiest times to come back to that positive, effortless flow state of beings. Because once you get going and your day gets ramped up and, people start annoying you, it's harder to find that. So while you can, enjoy a few peaceful moments for yourself. And also, too, you're just leaving your dream state. Okay, you're just leaving that time where you were just resting, you were dreaming, you were in deep sleep. Now you're awake and you're closer to that dream world than you're going to be in a few hours. Okay, so this is a really key time in manifestation speaking for visualizing. And that's because a lot of the things that make you feel fearful, that make you feel doubtful, they're not at the forefront of your mind. Those things usually come up throughout our day, or other people remind us of those limitations. And then it kind of shifts the way that we believe and think about our future. So when you first wake up, you're most susceptible to good thoughts. It's easier for you to believe. It's easier for you to flow into that daydreaming state. So when you meditate, and let's say you do a visualization for your future, it feels more tangible. It feels more realistic. It feels more possible for you before all those doubts and fears and naysayers, try to smolder you down. Take that time to really just embrace those goals and that vision for yourself. Because when you experience it in your mind and you imagine it, that sensation that you get in your body, it's the same as when you experience it in real life. Your brain hardly knows the difference. And so it makes it seem more tangible, more possible for you, like a goal that you can actually achieve. It makes it easier to take more confident action towards those steps. Hence how I believe a large part of manifestations happen, by simply having enough belief that that future outcome is possible for you, that you can act decisively and excitedly towards those goals. Okay, that's enough about meditation. I'm so long-winded when it comes to that. The next thing that I do after I meditate, and sometimes I'll even quickly set an alarm for, let's say if I'm super tired when I first wake up and I know I want to do a 10-minute meditation, I'll set a 15-minute alarm. So that way, if I happen to fall asleep during that meditation, which is totally okay, it happens to all of us sometimes, then I know I'm not going to be late to work. The alarm will go off and I will be fine. And so then after I meditate, I go take a cold shower. And this was a little hard for me to first do because it is just genuinely not a comfortable experience. It's cold water first thing in the morning. It jolts your body, but it does so many good things for you. The hormone dopamine actually is your feel-good hormone. So, when you have those good emotions and you're feeling high on life, that's dopamine, okay? And when you take a cold shower, it actually boosts the production of dopamine by 250%. That is an insane amount. Just to withstand a few minutes in some cold water, you are going to literally boost your mood. That is one of the most effortless ways that you can increase that positive feeling, effortlessly positive feeling in your body, okay? Another thing, it's good for immunity. It's good for circulation. There's some studies on that if you want to look it up. It literally helps to improve your immune system. It helps with my acne. I notice if I ice my face or I use cold water, it's not as harsh on your skin as hot water can be. It's really good for muscle recovery. So if you're somebody who works out a lot, that's another really big benefit of the cold shower. So I do the cold shower and I instantly have more energy. Who doesn't get woken up by ice cold water hitting their back? That'll wake you up. And so it's a good way too to just get into the morning, wake up, rise and shine, let's get it done, let's get after it. Then the next thing that I like to do is I love reading in the morning, because so much of the time we get caught up in our day-to-day and we run out of time for things like that. We run out of time for reading, for taking a few minutes for ourselves to learn new things. And so if you just set aside time to read literally 10 pages, or maybe you only have 15 minutes and you just read what you can read if the idea of trying to aim for a certain amount of pages stresses you out, then just set aside a little time that you read in the morning. My favorite things to read when I first wake up anyways are personal development books that I feel are going to help me improve in specific areas. Let's say you want to get better at habits. There's a book for that. Read Atomic Habits, okay? Let's say you want to get better at mindfulness in general. You can read Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, okay? Just take a moment to read 10 pages that are going to help you improve in an area that really matters to you. Maybe it's for your career. That's fine too. But gaining new knowledge, it helps to boost confidence and awareness, and it's just overall, it's stimulating for your brain. It's a great action to do. Maybe you don't really like reading paper books. You can listen to an audiobook, and you can do that while maybe you walk around outside. Maybe you listen to an audiobook for 15 minutes and take a morning walk if that's something that you're able to do. That is also really good for you, getting exposure to being outside. I like to read outside. So if you want to make your coffee in the morning, go sit outside, read for 15 or 20 minutes outside. Just get the nature in you. You know what I mean? It boosts your mood. The sunshine hitting you boosts your mood. Those things like vitamin D, it's great for your mood. Actually, a lot of people who struggle with seasonal depression, they're not getting enough vitamin D. So you could take vitamin D supplements too. This is totally not really on topic, but it does help with that as well. So I personally find for me that nature is one of the most relaxing states that I can be in. Just literally being outside, seeing how beautiful the world is around me. It makes me just feel in general more optimistic about life. I don't know. I love nature. I love plants. Maybe not everybody appreciates it the same amount, but if you don't like actually being outside, but you like seeing nature, you could read next to a window. The next thing that I do in the morning is I make a little bit of time for some reflection. And so I'll write out 3 things that I'm grateful for. What you focus on, you attract. And even if it's not in your external world, it is a proven fact that what you focus on, you see more evidence for. It's called confirmation bias. Have you ever had when somebody talks to you about a specific car? Now, everywhere you look, you see a red Honda, okay? Like, that's what I'm talking about. You become hyper aware of it. So even if you don't believe in the fact that you're actually attracting more positive experiences, it is scientifically proven that you're going to notice them more often and be aware of them when they're around you because your brain is hyper focused and has been working in that direction, has been thinking and focusing in that direction. And so when you take the time to focus on 3 things that you're grateful for, it's going to encourage more thoughts about what you're grateful for. It's going to boost those feel-good hormones, and it's going to keep you thinking about more things to be grateful for. And gratitude is really good for your body. It's really good for your immune system. It's really good for your quality of life. So take some time, think about what you're grateful for, and then I'll write down 3 things that would make today great. So whether that's 3 things I want to happen, or 3 things I want to do, or 3 things I want to make time for, whatever it may be, write 3 things that are going to make today great. And then I write 3 affirmations. So 3, 3, 3. 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, and 3 affirmations. Maybe that's I'm a money magnet, or I am beautiful, or I am kind-hearted, or I'm focused on growth, or whatever it may be, whatever you need to tell yourself that's going to make you feel more encouraged and confident and just affirming those thoughts that you want to believe about yourself. So often we tell ourselves these negative thoughts and we say that, we've got all these reasons to say these things and we're not good enough and yada, yada, yada. Somebody told me this before, and we just can tear ourselves down. And I just want to put an extra emphasis. It is not selfish. It is not self-absorbed. It is not conceited to hype yourself up. You're hyping yourself up in front of you, okay? Like, if you want to be weird about hyping yourself up in front of other people, I kind of get that, you don't want to seem like you're just a little too egotistical or something. But the least you can do is hype yourself up in front of you. Nobody's watching. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing good. You're focused on your growth. You've dedicated this time to you improving your quality of life, to you improving your mental health, to becoming a better human, to becoming the best version of yourself, which everybody in the world then has to interact with. They deserve the best version of you. You deserve the best version of you, and you deserve to give yourself credit where credit is due. So take the time to write a few affirmations and give yourself praise for what you deserve to be praised for and encouragement for the direction of the person that you want to become. These are the things that I have been doing in the morning that I love, that I feel like set me up for success. If there are other things that you do in the morning and you want to put it in the comments, I'd love to hear it. If you're on YouTube, or if you want to leave comments on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're at, wherever you're listening from, I'd love to hear what your morning routine is, what helps you feel so good at the start of your day. And I hope that, even if you don't resonate with all of these things, I hope that you'll try some of them and just see the impact that it has on you. You deserve these precious moments in the morning. You genuinely can do all of these things in an hour. You can do a 10-minute meditation or a 15 meditation. Trust me, you're not going to be in the shower that long. It's cold. It's cold. 10 minutes max. I don't ever take my cold showers longer than 10 minutes. And then, it only takes you like 15 minutes to read a little bit of your book, and then maybe 15 minutes to journal. You can literally do all of this within an hour. Gift yourself an extra hour in the morning. You will be glad that you did. It's going to really set the tone for the rest of your day. You deserve to be in a good flow. Set yourself up for success. Set yourself up for a good day. Decide to have one. Decide to have one by filling your life with actions that make you feel good. Happiness doesn't just stumble upon you. It may every once in a while, but it won't be sustainable. What you do is what really matters. The habits that you build are what's going to build the future and the experiences that you want to have. And so think for your future self and your present self and do some things that are going to boost your happiness, boost your mood, boost your energy, boost your focus, boost your productivity. Win, okay? So I hope that you guys enjoy trying these things out. Let me know how it goes for you. You can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Kayli_Jane_Pommering. And if you guys want to reach out and chat with me more, I would absolutely love that. I also just fully launched my life coaching. So if you want to do a mindset mentorship program with me, one-on-one coaching or group coaching, there is a link in my Instagram bio. I'll also put the link in the show notes. I would love so much to further connect with you guys. And so if my podcasts have been helpful for you and you feel like you either want to help somebody else with this information, maybe share it their way, or if you think my group coaching program could be good for somebody else or good for you, then reach out to me or send them the link and fill out the application form, and we can do a little welcome call and go over how I could help you help yourself. And so if that interests you, please don't hesitate to reach out. As always, I'm so grateful for any ratings and reviews, for every person who listens to this show. It literally means the world to me. And as always, I hope that you are leaving more at peace than you came.